What's going on, Read My Lips people? We are back. So, at this point, they're trolling. At this point, they've got to be trolling. CNBC did the ultimate checkmate in the Yang media blackout. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, what they've done is not only got his name wrong, they got the whole damn person wrong. I have a clip here from the Hill Rising, the good old Hill Rising, that I'm going to show you in a second. And pretty much what they're talking about is CNBC displayed a graphic of the current Democratic contenders. And they got everyone right. Of course, except for Andrew Yang and Tulsi Gabbard. So for Tulsi Gabbard, they replaced her picture with Kirsten Gillibrand, who's not even relevant. Not even relevant. They're like, oh, let's just, change her with some white lady. Andrew Yang, let's just change him with another Asian guy. It's perfectly fine. We got this. So, you got to remember, Andrew Yang just raised $16.5 million. A 65% increase from his last quarter. If you're not taking him serious now, when the hell are you taking him serious? Like, it's just not happening. It's just not happening. They refuse to take him serious. And look, devil's advocate here. Behind the scenes, how these things work. Is it plausible that they could have gotten Yang and Tulsi's picture wrong? Or their identity wrong? Because they didn't just mispronounce his name or call him John Yang. They substituted him with a whole different individual. Is it plausible? Is it possible? Yes, the way the graphics work and the way you put it in the computer, it's possible. But I did a story already of them screwing up. When I say them, I mean the media. Screwing up Andrew Yang and his name at least 16 times. At least. So, it's inexcusable at this point. All the other media outlets know, like, look, this guy's gotten screwed over a couple times. We got to make sure we get it right. No, they didn't. So the image that they substituted for Andrew Yang was, instead of the guy we've all known to come and love, it was Redpoint Ventures founding partner Geoff Yang. And obviously, like I just said, Gabbard was replaced with former 2020 candidate Kirsten Gillibrand. So CNBC took a lot of heat. They got a lot of backlash from it. And look, do I think it was malicious? No, I don't think it was malicious. I don't think they went out of their way. I don't think they were in a smoke-filled back room, right? And they were like, so this time around, listen up. This time around, we're going to replace Andrew Yang and Tulsi with the wrong fucking people. I don't think that happened. I really don't. I just think they don't care enough. I think they don't care enough. I think they're not, relevant. And look, there's an argument to be made with Tulsi Gabbard. I mean, she raised $3.4 million last quarter. And, she's not exactly soaring or skyrocketing. And to be honest, her chances of winning at this point are slim to none. I just got to be honest. And I love me some Tulsi. She's in my top 3. It's Yang, Bernie, Tulsi. So, is she relevant? Not in the degree that Yang is. I think she's a relevant voice. And I think we need her voice. And I think she says the things that people are afraid to say. But there's no excuse for Andrew Yang. There's no excuse how you guys got that wrong. And again, if this was a one-time thing, it'd be like, seriously, guys, get it together. But this is a trending thing. This is a constant thing. So it almost becomes laughable. It's funny, but not funny. That's why I said I feel like we're almost being trolled here. Get your act together. I'm a fucking guy on YouTube. There's no reason why my act should be more together than you. No reason. So, yeah, they were mocked all over social media, and I'm not shedding a single tear about it. And, Yang actually, he took it pretty lightheartedly. He wasn't outraged. Because at this point, he's got to be like, at this point, he's probably freaking expecting it. At this point, he's probably expecting it. So he didn't go nuts about it. He tweeted about it. And then Geoff Yang also tweeted about it. He's like, I'm not running for president. And, him and Andrew, spoke to each other. So, look, I'm not flipping outraged or anything, but get it together. So here's the clip from The Hill Rising. And the reason I want you to watch this clip is because they kind of go into a little bit of detail of how this could have happened. And like sort of like the inner workings of what goes on in the back and to make the graphics and stuff. So this is the clip from The Hill Rising. I'm going to have you watch that and we're going to come back.
Complete failures in terms of just basic knowing of who the presidential candidates are.
Yeah.
It will surprise no one to learn that the two candidates that they misidentified on this latest graphic, Cnbc, are Andrew Yang and Tulsi Gabbard.
Let's throw it up on the screen. I think we have it there for everybody. So you can see that they identified Yang as just a totally different Asian man. And for for Tulsi Gabbard, they put Senator Kirsten Gillibrand. Now, I think I know how this happened. So we did a little bit of investigation. The man that you have,
deep on this for you guys.
The man that they have listed there as Andrew Yang is actually Geoff Yang. So we presume he's probably been on CNBC before. Geoff Yang is on the board of AT&T. He's a Silicon Valley investor. Tulsi Gabbard to Gillibrand, I'm gonna guess they type in G and the graphics in their graphics back end, and then they just picked the wrong one. For Yang, it's the same thing. There are probably two Yangs in the headshot thing. That's a little behind the scenes action. It is still pretty inexcusable.
Right,
I mean,
of course.
so bad. Yeah.
And here's the thing: is like, okay, if it was just this one graphic, all right,
whatever.
People make mistakes, right?
Yeah.
But this is a repeated pattern,
Yang,
especially for Andrew. They either leave him off entirely, call him John Yang.
Yeah.
They called his wife the wrong name. I mean, they just like over and over and over again. The guy has been in the race for a long time. He raised $16 million. Learn his face and his name, okay?
I don't think.
Yeah, so laughable, shameful. It's a sprinkle of laughable, shameful, and a pot of get it togetherness. And so while I had you guys' attention, I also wanted to talk to you about the January debate, because I've had people, in the comment section asking me, do you think we're going to make the debate? What do you think is going to happen with the debate? So if you donate, I don't know if you can just sign up for the newsletter. I'm pretty sure you can. But I do know if you donate to the Yang campaign and you allow them to send you, mail and things along those lines in your email, you get updates and you get sort of the sense of what's going on with the campaign at the time. And Zach sent out a email saying where they stand for the January debate. And it was titled "We're in Danger." So that's not a good thing, right? That's not a good thing. But there's 4 polls that you need to hit. And listen, Yang has the 225,000 unique donors. Check. He's already got 1 poll down in the NPR PBS NewsHour poll. Check. There's 3 more polls he needs. And he's either a national or an early state. You got to get this by January 14th. So time is of the essence. It's not even 2 weeks. And so, look, what I'm suggesting you do is, if you can, at least donate $10. Donate. And, try to give it everything that you have. We got to go hard. I mean, look, even if Yang didn't make the debate, it would just be a travesty. I want to be optimistic. I don't want to be a pessimist. I feel like his momentum won't stop even if he didn't make the debate. I feel like Yang would continue to make momentum. But I also feel like whenever he's on that stage, he knocks it out of the park. And there's no doubt in my mind he gains more people to the Yang gang every time he hits that debate stage. And from the last debate, he was the most Googled candidate. I covered that. That's happened to him twice already. It's happened to Tulsi twice. It's happened to Yang twice. The last debate, he was the most Googled candidate, which means he piqued people's interest. So that's really why he won on that debate stage, because even when they throw him ridiculous questions, he knocks it out of the park, and I know he wins people over. I have a Republican colleague who months ago, maybe 3-4 months ago, maybe a little less than that, when I spoke to him about Andrew Yang, he first heard of the channel. His words were "grow up." I kid you not. Right? Yang was doing his thing. He was skateboarding and he was crowd surfing, and heard about the $1,000 a month, and he wasn't for it. Okay. He's watched every single debate, mockingly, because obviously he's not a fan of the Dems, but he's watched every single debate. And he also knows that I went to New Hampshire, and that I met Yang, and he's also seen how my channel's grown, and he's switched. Not saying he's not a Republican anymore. He is a Republican. He's an older Republican guy. He's in his 60s. Just to have for clairvoyancy, he's in his 60s. But he's like, look, if there was any Dem that I wanted to get through, if I was forced to pick a Democrat candidate, if there's a Democrat that makes any sense to me out of everybody I've seen, it's Andrew Yang. He went from saying "grow up" when he first heard about Andrew Yang to saying, "This guy, I like the guy. He's got common sense policies." And it's crazy. It's incremental in a sense, especially with people like him, my Republican colleague. It's incremental, as opposed to younger voters who usually hop right on the train quick. They know what it's about. But Yang literally grew on him. The more he got to see of Yang, the more he grew on him. And let me tell you, this guy is not for Democrats in any way, shape, or form. Thinks Trump is the best president ever. I'm not kidding. And obviously, this guy's in his 60s. He's in his high 60s. He's lived through more presidents than me. And he thinks Trump is the best president ever. Not making this up. But he said if you were to pick a Democratic, if Trump were to drop out, and they were like, you have to pick a Democrat, he goes, Andrew Yang all the way. 100%. 100%. So, look, I want him on that debate stage. I'm sure you want him on that debate stage. Zach sent an email saying he wants him on that debate stage. Look, the only thing I can think of is to, donate what you can and go hard. Hopefully in the next 2 weeks, I'm going to be canvassing. Speaking of canvassing, I said I would do this. So there's an app called Mobilize. And in it, you can start groups and you can organize together. And it's not really like a social media platform. It's more like somewhere you go and you can create groups to organize and get things done. And so I met Christine Hall at the Yang event in New Hampshire. And, she canvasses for Yang. And she has created the Connecticut Yang Gang chapter on this app called Mobilize. You can get it in, the App Store on both iPhone and Android. And look, sign up. If you're in Connecticut, Even if you're not in Connecticut, if you're in Connecticut, if you're in New Hampshire, if you're in New England, download this app called Mobilize, and search Connecticut Yang Gang, and it'll pop up. And I'll try to leave a link in the description. I think I can leave a link. I'm pretty sure I can. If I can leave a link, it's going to be in the description below. And sign up. And if you want to organize other Yangers and canvas, or just get together to get things done, this is the perfect app for it. I've been looking through it. I've been scrolling, and it's slowly building momentum. The last couple of days, more and more people have signed up. And look, the administrator is Christine Hall. Very cool peoples. Very bright young lady. And, it was her idea to sort of start this. So, again, check it out in the description below. Sign up, organize, mobilize. That's how we can get these things done. That's how we can get people to know about Yang. Because that's really what it's about, is name recognition. That's really what it's about. They're forgetting him. They're calling him Geoff Yang. It's going to take us, and it's going to take, feet on the ground, and a lot of dedication and a lot of commitment to push Yang through. I'm telling you now. It's not going to be an easy ride. It's shades of Bernie in 2016, I'm telling you. So, yeah, that's it. That's it. Check back tomorrow. I definitely have some more to talk about. We've got a lot to talk about. The attacks on Yang have continued, and I have a full segment on that, and we're gonna break that down. It's a whole segment in itself. We're gonna break that down. So if you like what you see, if you like what you hear, please like, comment, subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. If you don't, let me know in the comment section why. I'm always down to talk about it. I have a Cash App, a PayPal, and a Venmo link in the description below. Please feel free to donate to the channel. Every little bit helps, and it helps my channel grow. Hopefully I'll be talking to you guys soon. Have a good one. Peace.
Run free and dive into the sky. Hear the wind crying out its prayer. Why are we so ashamed to be alive?